Welcome everyone, I'm Vas Vasiliadis. Before I jump in, I'll just want to let you know that we may get the occasional interrupt from unregistered attendees. They're currently quiet, so hopefully that stays that way. Before talking about the joint solution, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what Globus is. We're a group at the University of Chicago that's been developing and operating the service for 10 years now. Actually, we launched at SC10 in New Orleans, and so we're excited to celebrate our 10-year anniversary this year at SC. And our mission is really to make data-driven science and research, both within the nonprofit and the commercial world, as efficient as possible, and to do it in a sustainable way. So over the last decade or so, we've grown the service quite substantially. And we're now used in over 80 countries around the world by over 150,000 researchers and many hundreds of thousands of institutions. The work we do is funded by many federal agencies and other organizations, but we do rely extensively on our subscribing partners to ensure that the service continues to be available and ensures our sustainability. So as I said, it's this sustainability notion is really core to our mission. So we thank you to all of our subscribers. Just a quick overview of the way that people are using Globus most commonly. At its core, we have a reliable file transfer service. This is where most people start, is by moving data between different types of systems, including many different storage types in the Spectra product lineup. But increasingly, what's really valuable to folks is the ability to share data with their external and sometimes even internal collaborators. In those cases where you don't want to deal with having to set up local accounts, or where you cannot actually have local account access, Globus provides a nice way to make data available, again, with very fine-grained security and access control. And increasingly, we're seeing instruments being the driver for people deploying Globus and Spectra as a joint solution. We have next-gen sequencers, light sources, cryo-EMs generating many tens of terabytes of data per day in some cases. And so being able to pull that data off reliably, archive it, distribute it as needed is really becoming critical. And then downstream, being able to make some of these data available through data portals or science gateways or data commons. So we have a number of communities that have developed such portals and use Globus as a means to get data into and out of those systems, as well as allowing people to browse and search for data just using their browser. And in the core HPC use case, Globus is often used to do the data staging, stage in and stage out, run certain computations, and then perhaps fire off additional transfers to other types of storage. And so all of this is made possible by a piece of software called Globus Connect in conjunction with the Spectra Logic BlackPearl connector. So you deploy the software on your storage system, on your BlackPearl, and any other systems you want to talk to, and they become what we call Globus endpoints. And so this now allows you to move data between many different types of storage, as well as Spectra, obviously, and including any type of POSIX compliant storage system out there. And so I'm going to ask Eric Paulette, who joins us from Spectra Logic, to walk you through the Spectra side of the offering.
Eric. Yeah, thanks, Vas. Yeah, so a quick intro to who Spectra is. We're a storage-focused company that's been around for over 40 years now. And we really are laser focused on data storage, data management, data protection, and reliability. It is the place where data goes to live for the long haul. We've got well over 20,000 installations around the world, numerous patents that help us really shine in the area of long-term storage. This affordable second tier of storage, as some people would call it, but it's really the long-term preservation of data. We do this through a number of different ways. We've got our different storage platforms, as well as some software that recently came out, our store cycle storage lifecycle management software that helps tie everything together and move things to the appropriate places. But as far as the portfolio is concerned, it's really broken down into 4 different groups of products. The thing that we were best known for is our tape libraries. You can go from terabytes to exabytes of data, multiple exabytes in a single footprint. You can have tremendous throughput. It's not measured in gigabytes, but terabytes per hour. Our NAS storage is a fantastic capacity NAS disk. It's up to almost 16 petabytes in a single rack. So it is incredibly dense and affordable. And then when we start talking about how we plug into Globus, it's our BlackPearl object storage gateway, our converged storage system. This really is the central spoke of Spectra's portfolio, or flagship product that helps us create these hybrid cloud and these overall data lifecycle policies. And that's where we connect into Globus, and that's where our integration is together. And here's a great example of a research institution and how they are using not only sharing hardware on the back end, but using Globus to facilitate the data and allowing researchers to focus more on research and less about how to manage the data, how to get the data where it needs to go. This is an end-to-end data management solution. And it's geared towards research, high performance computing, these larger data sets and larger data users, petascale oftentimes, because it's hard to transfer that much data and it's hard to store that much data. So when we start to get into it and we look at how it all works together, the library can be used with Globus. It can also be used with a number of other applications. So the hardware, the storage on the back end can be shared with multiple applications. But when you plug it in with the Globus Connect server, there's a BlackPearl DSI, and that's really the way that you can easily manage endpoints. You can have endpoints anywhere. You can have them on our Spectra BlackPearl. And whenever we have this BlackPearl integration with Globus, you can directly archive data, you can search, monitor transfers, monitor performance, restore data. You can do all of this using the Globus client for BlackPearl. So it's an incredibly integrated solution that brings a true hybrid cloud storage infrastructure to wherever you need it, whether you need to share, distribute, collaborate on data, or keep it for long-term preservation.
Great. Thank you, Eric. So
thank you.
One more slide here just to give you a little bit more detail on how the solution is deployed. So what we typically have is one or more data transfer nodes. Often you want multiple data transfer nodes for failover and for additional throughput. So you deploy the Globus Connect software as well as the Spectra Logic BlackPearl connector on those data transfer nodes, turning that into a Globus endpoint. And then once your administrator has set up what we call these gateways, then users can come along and access their data via these things called collections and move that data and share it with others on other storage systems, and also actually between different classes of storage within the Spectra product line. So with that, I'll put up some links for you to get additional information.